Congratulations, you guys made it to bonus move number 2, dos.
Good job.
And it's in French.
Deux,
Do.
I think.
We think. Okay, enough about French. So let's get into this final move. Guys, congratulations. Great job. We still have the drills so you can practice. Go back, rehearse, review. If you have any questions, contact us. We love to hear from our students and how they're doing. And your success stories, of course. Okay, first, our final move is going to be Gringos can dip, but we're not going to dip. Cat's going to dip. So it's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Woo! We are really going to do something crazy today. Now, this move is sexy. It's a little crazy. You're going to want some crazy moves in your arsenal. And we have some future series, Gringuito Loquito moves, where it's going to be just really crazy tricks that you can add in our monthly series. But right now, I just want to give you a taste. Now, do not just watch bonus move number 2 and go out to the Latin dance floor, please, because that would be terribly bad for us and you and whoever has to dance with you. So please, 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 make sure you've gone through all of this and you rehearse this move a number of times, okay? If you don't have a partner to practice with or do this move with, make sure you don't just try this on someone on the dance floor you never met before. This is definitely a move you want to practice. Are you ready, Kat?
I'm ready.
Kat, how many times have you been dropped on dips?
Many. Plenty.
How many times have I dropped you during a dip?
Few.
Few.
Yeah.
True. Now, that's to show you, even as professionals, we're performing, you can slip. We've done performances before where we stepped on a piece of a costume and slipped, had someone hit us in the back and slip. So these are not, there's no 100% on any trick. There's 3 parts to make sure we're safe, right? There's the preparation, which is you practicing, as well as us. There's the execution of the move, meaning you understand, you're safe, your partner's safe. And the third part, which most people forget, is the exit, because you have to bring your partner back to their feet. And I know Kat's big on that one, because if you can't exit the move, someone's gonna probably end up falling, and it's gonna be the follow. We don't want them. Plus, if you're trying to make a good impression, when someone falls on the floor in a club, unless it's super busy, and if it's really crowded, you shouldn't be doing that move anyway, it's an eyesore, right? And it's whose fault it is? It's the lead's fault, right? Because it's your job to make sure your partner is safe. Okay, so there's the pep talk. Was that good?
That was...
I've scared them. Now
yeah,
no one's
yeah.
going to do the move. Okay, great. All right. Now that everyone's scared as heck, you guys are going to be fine. We're going to show you this just first, the simple prep. It's going to start as a cross body. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Now, we're going to do this first by actually not moving. This is a little bit of the simpler way, and then we'll show you the more complex way. So I'm going to start to lead Kat forward on 5, but now I'm going to quickly turn her for 6 and give her one more little quarter turn on 7 and 8. Now, this is a little bit more difficult to do standing in place to get your partner on that full rotation. When you move, it's a little easier, but it's a little bit more dangerous because you're moving as she's turning. So let's try it again. We go half basic. 1, 2, 3. We hold our position. I'm going to lead Kat forward on the left foot on 5, and then I'm going to keep her nice and tight as she does a free spin 7 and 8. Kat, any rules here for the leads or for the follows that are trying to step along here?
This is a little bit more of a 1.5 turn. So what we want to make sure is we're on the balls of those feet and we're following our partner. Remember, forearm to forehead so that we know exactly where to land. Remember, follows, we're waiting for the lead. We're not anticipating. So we're going to just make sure that our lead places us exactly where we need to be. We're going to trust that he can do that.
Trust. Okay, so from here, what's going to happen? So this is the simple version. My left leg's going to come out a little bit, and as I bring my partner down, we're just going to go kind of into a halfway hold. Not a full dip, just a little bit of a prep as we go into that first dip. This is the simpler version and less dangerous. You want to make sure that your partner sometimes follows will just throw themselves into a dip. It does happen. So make sure you have a good connection, and as you bring your partner down, you're kind of just pushing them into the floor. Now, Kat, for the follows that maybe haven't done this before, if they're coming along on this crazy ride with our friends here, what do you do with your feet to get into that position?
I always point my feet, but for the leads, really quick, I do want to mention that we're bending into this dip together. So if you're bending and your partner isn't bending their knee, it's not going to work. We want to make sure that we're working together in this dip because we're stabilizing weight and we're making sure that we're bending at the same time, guiding each other. Lead is guiding, follower is following, and then followers just point that toe so it looks beautiful.
Ooh, beautiful toes. Okay, let's go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and we bring our partner back to their step or their weight back on that left leg. Okay, now let's do a little bit of the more complicated version. We're going to get a little bit more room. 1, 2, 3. Now, as I bring my partner across here on 5, I'm going to turn her 6, 7, and I'm going to walk with her. Okay, so the technique here is as your partner is turning, I'm going to do one cross step and I'm going to walk with her. As she dips, my right leg is going to come forward and I'm going to literally lean my partner onto my right leg. Okay, let's do this together. 5, 6, 7, slow motion. 1, 2, 3. She steps, I turn, I step, and we hold. Now, once we're here, that right foot's going to come across and I'm going to bring my partner down into that hold. Okay. Now, you definitely want that right leg in place because that's your safety net for your partner. So Kat, when you're going down, what's basically happening here on the dip?
So what's happening is I'm bending more. So I'm following my partner. I put my weight on that back leg. I'm going to make sure that he comes back up by releasing those knees, coming back up, and pushing on my weight.
Okay, good. Version number 3. So again, leads one more time. As she's here, now we're going one more time. 1, 2, 3. As she steps. 5, I cross, step, and hold. Version number 3 is we're going to keep a connection with our partner. We're going to start the dip the first way. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bring my partner to those hands and we're going to catch as we do a full extension. Now, this is definitely tricky. It's probably a little bit beyond where you guys are, but I want to show you guys the options that you can get into really some fun stuff when you find that special someone and you can move on to the Flirting on the Floor series. So now we're gonna do the last dip, guys. Again, I know this seems crazy, but it's something that you guys can do when you find that special partner and you can move on to doing this in the Flirting on the Floor series for couples. Great date night option, yes? That's the idea. Okay, so let's get back into position. Part number 3, we're here. And Kat, talk about the down and so you feel safe and what you would like the leads to do as we start to get into this downward motion.
Yeah, leads, this is a very complicated move, so make sure that you, choose your partner wisely, and that you make sure that you guys watch this video together as well. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that we have all the weight from my follows on the right leg, we're pointing the left leg, and this relies a lot on that leg, on the right leg for my follows. So when our partner leads us into this dip, what's going to happen is we're going to be bending our legs, bending, putting all the weight on that right foot. We're going to slide all the way down, making sure that we have a nice, strong connection with our lead. When our lead wants to come up, he's going to give a little down, up, and that's going to help us come back up. So there's a little bit of a give there for some momentum so we can come right back up.
Yeah. Also, I like to bring my left leg slightly over, so if we lose connection, I still have kind of like a stump before the bump. Okay, so let's try version number 3 one more time, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and down and slow, slide, connect, down and up and in. Back to our basic. Wow, incredible. There's some great stuff here, guys. Remember, practice those dips, practice the steps. There's a lot of different ways you can do these dips. Again, you can watch multiple tutorials on dips. Everyone has their own take. This is our experience working together, what works for us, but you might want to adjust it for your dance partner. Remember, everyone's a little different, so figure out what makes sense for you. And thank you guys so much. We still have the drill. Practice. Thank you guys for dancing with us. You guys did an incredible job. Work the drills, and I know you guys are gonna get to your why. Find that perfect somebody, and thank you guys for all of your time and attention. Let's get to that final drill.